Good morning, everybody. Hope you're well. Apologies for the slight delay. I've got a real big flashy light on my charger on the computer, which makes absolutely zero sense because I'm at 100% charge. But yeah, if this stream dies halfway through, you probably know that it's my fault somewhere. Hope you're all locked in. Wish you luck this game week. Hope your arrows are green. Obviously, I'll stream now up until the deadline of game week 33. What I'm here for essentially is try and help you with your last minute dilemmas. But just a thought for going forward. Every game week between now and game week 38 starts with Norwich City. I'm not sure how much news you're going to get in the last hour that's particularly going to help you, other than I will try and help you with opinion. So I'll be here for the next hour or so. I'll take you through the team news for Norwich and Brighton once it comes in as well. And then I'll take a mini break. And for the Champman FPL viewers, I'll be back on it again at 12 o'clock until 2:30 for that. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's a bit of a time warp back into 2002, basically. Right, let's see who's in. Edwin Guang, good morning. Do you need to worry about Laporte starting? Yeah, every week. I've got him as well. Expectation is he probably will, but that's part why I've got a strong bench. That's part of my thinking. With him, I generally feel if he misses out, he'll probably completely miss out on most occasions, unless they have to make a change at centre-back. And that's part of my thinking originally with getting him and having a strong bench. Listen, every City player, right? Callum Bell, morning, mate. Which one would you start? Lascelles versus West Ham or Connolly versus Norwich? Cheers. Well, if you get confirmation that Connolly's playing, Callum, I'd go with that. Otherwise, I think I'd probably go with Lascelles. Mind you, isn't Lascelles a doubt as well? I'd heard maybe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure I'd heard there was a potential niggle with him. So, maybe lean to Connolly. Emerald Pilot saying good morning. Bruce, morning, lads. It's only one of me, but I presume you're talking to the chat. The one and only Smith. Morning, fellas. James, I still have Richarlison and Vardy, believe it or not. Which would you be wanting to get rid of first? Vardy could bag again against on the beach Palace. Cheers. I'd roll. I'd keep both this game week. Genuinely. Unless you're in pressing issues where you've got no Manchester United coverage and stuff like that. I'd roll it and then fire them both out in the week for a hit. That's probably where I'd be at with that. You'll probably find that I think Everton have got Southampton next, I believe. Let me just double check that for you. I won't double check that because he's fucked it up. Yeah, Southampton next. Then Wolves and Villa. You'll end up keeping Richarlison. If you don't sell him now, you'll probably end up keeping him. Therefore, sell Richarlison. Tom Hyun, morning, James. Which would you start without your angry Spurs cap on, DCL or Ings? DCL. I've kept Son, by the way, for those who listened to the podcast yesterday. I've not taken the -4 for Mahrez. I've gone with the other transfers as planned. So Robertson's in for Alonso and Greenwood is in for Calvert-Lewin. I've decided not to do the -4 Mahrez to Son because of that. Because it's just me with my angry hat on. Can I realistically look at this one game week and think with absolute confidence that Riyad Mahrez will definitely score more than 4 points than Heung-min Son? And the answer when I reflect on it is no, because for that to happen, there's every chance I need a double-digit haul from Riyad Mahrez. And I'm 90% certain it will start tomorrow, but the 10% could be completely wrong, and then it's a complete waste. So I've decided not to do the hit. It's still a transfer that I'm likely to. I mean, if Mahrez doesn't, that 10% doesn't play tonight, I'll bring Mahrez in for Son in midweek, even though Son's got Bournemouth. I really don't care. But I don't think it was worth the hit. Eric Fordham, hey James, would you hold Son and get Mount? Or would you go Son to Mahrez and then instead of getting Mount in with the extra money, get Pulisic? If it was a free transfer, definitely making that Son to Mahrez move. Just decided it wasn't worth the hit. Getting Mount in with the extra money, get Pulisic in. You're talking about getting Mount and Pulisic. I think we wouldn't get both. I wouldn't look at Mount at the moment. Chelsea's got too many options in that area to even know if he's assured of starts. I mean, he didn't start at West Ham in a week, did he? Stuart Bell, morning, mate. Do you think Sheffield United are worth jumping back onto, or was that performance versus Spurs trap? Neither. No, not interested in going back. They've got a difficult run of fixtures. They were much better and much better defensively. The game was quite even until they scored, and then defensively they were very good and counter-attacks very well. They were much better in the overlapping and the wide positions, much more like what we're accustomed to. They can still improve a lot, by the way. But no, I mean, what happened in the game was more down to Spurs than what happened to Sheffield United, truthfully. When we played them in November, I said this on the pod yesterday, I gave them huge credit. Should have beat us. They deserve to beat us again this week, but they didn't impress me to the extent they did back in November. I would be avoiding Sheffield United personally. Paul Meehan, so very early morning, James, morning chat. Yeah, let's have one. Lewis Switson, Salah, TAA, Bruno, or Rashford captain. I'm captaining Trent. I'm going to say this once. I'm going to say it once only. If anybody else puts a captain question in, just refer back to them. In my opinion, best captain this week is Mohamed Salah, then Sadio Mane, then Trent, then Bruno Fernandes, then Rashford, then Martial, then Mahrez, then Kevin De Bruyne. Those, you know, and if you haven't got any of them players, fuck off. Genuinely, in the nicest possible way. You've got some issues if you've got none of them players. Philby, morning, mate. Salah or Mahrez, captain. Just done it, Phil. Where should we timestamp it? I said it, what, about 5 minutes in? There you go. That's what we'll tell people. FPL boost, the morning, -8 locked in. Very good luck. Pull me and assume Bruno has made a speedy recovery from the mirror hit place, please. My God, people and they're stressing. I mean, I realised I tagged a fake account last night with the word clowns. And then it became apparent to me from the responses that people were atting me saying, hey, he's fake, he's fake. I fucking know that. This is the problem. You try and help people and it just goes off on one. So I decided to delete the tweet. I was like, oh my God, you can't even take any form of banter with FPL, unfortunately, with so many people. FPL badges in our Norwich City correspondent saying, come on, you yellows. Good luck today, mate. Chris Allsbrook, morning, James. Unbelievable content. Would you go Cresswell, Newcastle away, Saiz, Arsenal at home? Saiz, I think probably both teams will concede. I think Arsenal probably will score this week, but it will go with Saiz. Greater reliability on them just as a team. Tim Lum, good morning. Joe Finley Bannon, morning. Lamici, morning, James. Start Aurea or DCL? DCL, mate. I can't see clean sheets in us. Sorry. I again, for everyone, you ain't going to get no advice from me on Spurs in terms of it being positive. If you want to find positive, something to back up your reasoning, this is not the stream for you today, genuinely. Martin Hewitt, any thoughts on Garcia's cheap fifth defender until the end of the season, currently on the sales? I feel like it's probably a waste of City budget because, yeah, as it stands, he's probably going to start half the games. I'd be conscious that the closer we get to the end, possibly, unless Guardiola now thinks his first choice, the less he might play. And it's going to block you. It's going to block you really bad if you decide you want 3 of De Bruyne, Mahrez, Foden, Sterling, Jesus, even Laporte, your surety of Ederson. It's going to block you really bad. I don't think it's worth it, genuinely. I would stay on Lascelles. That's the one you've got at the moment, Martin. I'd stay on that. Post to point. Should I start DCL over Greenwood? Just bought Greenwood for DCL, mate. So I was very clear in my mind on that one. FPL Lieutenant, morning, James. Sun tomorrow is for -4. Rewind, you've probably now heard that, my friend. Charlie Allsbrook. Done captain. Rob Pick, morning, buddy. Lascelles is a doubt, cut an ankle. Yeah, thank you, Rob. I did think there was a potential issue, but certainly not a long-term injury anyway. If he doesn't play this weekend, he'll almost definitely play in the week. That was my understanding. Noah Hoops, good morning. I've done Leno to Moore this week. Sheffield United backup keeper. Exciting times. You must have a great team, mate. Can be Lobacta, morning, dude. One choice. Do I start DCL or Jimenez? Never leave Jimenez out, mate. This is what I learned with Jimenez over the last 18 months or so. And I know it got confirmation from me last week. Never leave him out. Never captain him. That's it. He's just brilliant. Just put him in and forget about him. Dalla N, Rashford and Davis, 4.3 midfielder to Greenwood and Mahrez. My goodness, it almost seems like a no-brainer. I'm not up for swapping United assets, but yeah, I'm for that. I think if it's to get Greenwood, that then allows you an amazing move like that to add Mahrez to your team, it's got to be a lot stronger. So, yeah, I'd go for that. Yemwell Pilot, is it worth to play free hit this week? Players I want for this week I haven't got in my current team: Salah, Pulisic, Mahrez, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Unfortunately, mate, I really can't answer that because I can't see the rest of your team. And with respect, at this late stage, I don't want to. And what I will say is this: with 40 minutes to go, if you don't know whether you need to or play your free hit or not, don't. Simple as that. What you've got now is deadlines approaching and a bit of FOMO. That would be my opinion. So the advice would be don't play it. Joe Murphy saying good morning. Ian Reynolds, morning James. Grealish out for Bowen for a super differential this week. Wish me luck. Good luck, Ian. Ryan Henderson, Rashford has been amazing for United this season, but I captained him last week and he seemed very wide and kept dropping back to fill in for fullback. What's your thoughts? I spoke about this a little bit on the pod following the Sheffield United game about him taking on a more creative role and the potential impact of it being beneficial for Mahrez. That said, he might get a bit vexed that he hasn't scored for a couple of games and he can shoot from anywhere. So I wouldn't read too much into it. He's likely to have greater freedom to be able to move about the pitch. I think particularly against Brighton and Sheffield United, those two teams, he could well have been quite tactical actually to stay wide and keep the pitch quite big against those two sides. Probably not so much of an issue today, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Sheila J. Raj, who to captain if you're chasing? By the way, that's what BTW means to me. Mahrez, Bruno, Rashford or Mane? It's up to you, mate. For me, the best choice out of that lot's Mane. What did we say? 5 minutes in for captain. Remember that, James. Stephen George, hey James, big fan from Australia. Bench 2, please. Azpilicueta, Pulisic, Chilwell or Connolly? Definitely not Pulisic. Everyone's tough. Definitely bench Connolly, in my opinion. It's tough between Azpilicueta and Chilwell. I'm always inclined to want to start defenders against Palace. That's a very personal preference of mine. I look at the two teams, you say, which team's more likely to score? Watford or Chelsea, Palace at Leicester? And some of you might think that's a really difficult one to analyse. And it is, and I could well be wrong. But I think Watford might get something at Chelsea tonight because of the way Chelsea seem to be better counter-attacking on teams and don't like it when it comes back at them. And I think Watford are a side that's very set up with, particularly if it's Doucouré, Sarr and Welbeck in behind Deeney, they're well set up to play that way and cause Chelsea some issues tonight. Therefore, bizarrely, and it doesn't sound right, I'm going to say play Chilwell. Subbats blog, morning James, got a free hit question for you. Should I start Iheanacho or Origi on the chance for start because of short time restriction? No. There's every chance Iheanacho will play for Palace, but that's not what you want for your free hit. And they're also almost definitely going to get on the pitch as substitutes if they don't start. So, not for me, I'm afraid. Bogdan Stojanovic, what is going on with Bruno and Pogba? Is it fake news? Yes, it's fake news. FPL Fanatic, afternoon, James, need help. I'm on a wild card with overall a 6,000. Wants to go aggressive. Drop KDB for Mahrez versus Southampton. Hoping Pep drops KDB this week. Bring him back in versus Newcastle. Do you know what? If you're that happy with your team, if there's no issues on value, just remember, if you've got $1 million up on him, it's going to cost you 0.5 to basically make that move of the out and the in. Then I don't hate it. But Guardiola, this is one of the things I decided about Son as well, second guessing what Pep's going to do. He looks absolutely certain that Mahrez plays against Southampton tomorrow. Just like it looked absolutely certain that he would get rested against Chelsea and he didn't. So we don't know, right? We don't know. I'm confident that Mahrez will start. I also wouldn't particularly expect KDB to be dropped, personally. I don't think KDB plays all of the next 3, but guessing which one he misses, tough. And the thing with KDB is the majority of us have got him right. So if he's 1 pointer, we've all got the 1 point. Arid Shravo, hello James. Son to Pulisic or and loads of people will still captain him, by the way, so it wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing. Arid Shravo, hello James. Son to Pulisic or bank free transfer. Start Foden over DCL. Oh, they're brutal. You're going to have this problem with Foden every week. Every single week you're going to have this problem. Jesus, I'd be inclined not to. I don't think it's the right week to gamble with Foden. If you already got him, great. I think if you've already got him, play him. Son to Pulisic, I bank the transfer. Benny Blanco, morning, James. Yeah. Salah captain Morris and Greenwood in for Aubameyang, Mount and Grealish for a -8. I don't hate that at all, mate. The fact that you've got the captain in as part of that as well influences me to say, do you know what? Yeah, fuck it, Benny, hammer it. Kieran McCormack, hi James. What would be the plan for Liverpool City players now their Premier League season is finished? Premier League season isn't finished. You've got 6 games to go, like everybody else. Genuinely, that's it. Frank Sherman, good morning, James. Good morning, everyone. Another James in. Is triple level depends madness on a wild card? Nope, don't hate that move at all, mate. Wouldn't be surprised if I end up in that position myself. Though if I was going to, I think this now would be the right time. These block of 3 games coming up tomorrow, Brighton, Burnley, look good, and then reassess afterwards. You might want to move off that. Don't hate it at all. Don't hate it. It's easy to forget following Thursday night that they are this league's best defensive side. And Klopp will have had words. He won't have been happy. As we said on the pod yesterday, Suj said they turned up pissed. And I said, yeah, do you know what Liverpool are now? Pissed off. Bad news for Villa. Ali, Bruno's fine, mate. He's fucking horseshit, pal. Pete Haley, morning, James. Quick one for you. I've got a choice of Holgate or a punt on Lamptey in defence. And is the Bruno news rubbish? Bruno. I really worry about people, honestly. Do you know what? If it's true, I'll sit here, put my hands up and go, fuck me, it was right, wasn't it? Can't believe it. And I'll do that if that's the case. But seriously, check your sources, please. I'd go Holgate, actually, of the 2. FPL Fanatic, Foden or Greenwood? Which one to start? Greenwood. I'm starting him. Joe Finney-Batter, thoughts on fixture news for Sky? I've managed to plan my transfers out with 1 to spare, barring injury suspension. You'll be pleased, Joe, that I put on some very dark music in my earphones last night and sat in front of my laptop for 3 hours, and I've completely reworked my plans for Sky. It means I'm now not buying Jared Bowen tomorrow. Please don't be confused, FPL players. This is a different game. And I'm locked in. And what it means, Joe, little exclusive for you and the people in here that might be playing Sky, I'm currently looking at potentially having 6 Manchester City players for the final 2 games. FPL Lieutenant, sell KDB for 1 week? Question. Most likely on the bench and no value. Tired on him. If you feel like it, you fucking shit yourself if you're in the team, though, wouldn't he? I just wouldn't bother. It's 2 transfers that you can probably use somewhere else. If nothing else is bad in your team and you feel that's a good way to play, go for it. I'm never going to say that you can't do that or anything like that. Yeah, you can. I wouldn't. He starts. I know there's a good chance he doesn't play tomorrow night. They also don't give a shit. It is what it is. So many others have got him. You want to be clever, take the advantage and go De Bruyne to Mahrez. What happens if De Bruyne plays and Mahrez don't? Then what do you do for the next week? Can you even go back to De Bruyne at that point? I'd leave it personally. Good morning, clean sheet wipeout. Kieran McCormack, would you bring in more Chelsea, Leicester United, Wolves players they have top 4 to play for? Yeah, I would, Kieran, because I'm playing free hit in game week 38, and it's because of those 4 playing each other that it's making me want to do that. Donovan Russell, all right, mate. What pair would you play this game week? Rashford and Son or Salah and Greenwood? Well, you're not in a position where you should be leaving any of them players out your starting 11, in my opinion. I mean, if you have to leave one out, it's obviously Greenwood. I don't know what sort of a question that is, unless you're on a free hit, Donovan. Is that what the question is? But you don't have to clarify that. I'll just answer the question. Salah and Greenwood for me as the pair. Tommy Moody, Martial or Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Is that a buy? Is that a captain? Is that a sell? Zaris, what do? What do anything? Dalarin, you already asked that one. I've answered it, pal. Rob Pick, agree with your logic on the Sun tomorrow is -4, but I've done it. I'm justifying it by saying I don't want Sun to ruin my game week in Sky and in FPL. That shouldn't be a reason, Rob. If he hauls, I'll accept it as my Sky cap. It's not a way to play. I see Sky players do this all the time. I have 2, 3 teams. I'm like, I'll spread my captains. I don't think like that. If I got the best player, I'll captain him in all 3 teams. I don't think twice about it. That shouldn't be a justification. That is the sort of thing, Rob, that will stop you finishing first. It will have you about 100, 200 rather than first in Sky. Chris, I do believe Liverpool will want to kill Villa, and so my captain is currently on Sadio. Fear of rotation is still playing in my mind. However, do I play it safe with going with Mahrez or United attacker? Nah, go with Sadio, mate. If that's the man you're backing, back him. I repeat what I said the other day. Bar goalkeepers and a lot of steady eddies defensively, every single player in every single game is at risk of rotation. So the rotation questions are almost pointless. All I can do is give you my opinion. Zaris, what do you think? 2 at the back from Wolves or 1 from mate? Seriously, try and put everything in one question if you can. Frank Sherman, has somebody asked about captains yet? I'd say so, Frank. Yeah, for those catching up late, minute 5, go back. I listed like the top 8 or 9 in order, in my opinion. Taz, morning fella, who to bench, Holgate, Saiz or Henderson? Jordan Henderson. Holgate. James Gillard, my planned substitutions were Rashford, Sarr and Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Greenwood, Mahrez and Jesus. Because of price change, I now can't afford it. Is it worth adding one more transfer to a -8 for this move? I wouldn't add a 4-point hit onto me when I don't know what I want to do, James. Unfortunately, no, it is what it is. But console yourself with knowing that you're doing the right thing by waiting late to make transfers. I made mine very late last night before the price changes because I was potentially going to lose 0.1 on DCL when I knew it was going. So, but otherwise, you shouldn't really be making early transfers unless it's the night before. In the midweek fixtures, I wouldn't make the changes till the day. There's so much information that can be learned on the day through press conferences on Tuesday, for example. Over the weekend, Friday night's fine. Always after 11 p.m. though. Don't ask me to explain that now. Yusuf Osman, captain Salah or Fernandes, but before like 1 a.m. UK time. We ain't doing captains, mate. Minute 5. Tommy Moody, AEWB or Martial? You've asked that, mate, and I already was like, what does it mean? Azzy, I've scored 75 plus with 2 blank captains to keep pace, but it would have been nice to have a return. Good for you, Azzy. Martin Cafferty, who did you bench this week? Worth the risk starting Traore. Adama Traore is my second substitute this game week because dropping him into 3rd last week was too much. No, I'm kidding. He is my second sub, though. My bench this week is Ings, Traore and Saka. That's my bench. And with people like KDB, Laporte, Robertson, there's every chance to end up playing anyway, right? So, Heavy Finger 7, good luck to you too, mate. Vina Ritchie, morning, mate. Kane, captain here, or should I put it on Pogba? You should put it on fucking anybody else, mate. No, don't. Leave it on Harry. My justification for saying Harry Kane is absolutely not an FPL option is I can't, for the life of me, see where he's a better captain option in any game week than a Liverpool or a Manchester City asset. And therefore, for me, it's a waste of money. However, if you believe that, Richie, and you're a very experienced FPL player with good historical ranks, then I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I definitely wouldn't move it to Pogba, by the way. Nah. Is that historical influence on the fact he tore it up against Bournemouth last year? Very different circumstances, and he'll play in a different position today. FPL Sponge, morning, James. As a Bournemouth fan, I'm targeting captaincy against us for the rest of the season. I can understand that, mate. I'd love to see the screenshot of you captaining Harry Kane on Thursday, though. Ammar Mohammed, morning. Is it worth free hitting to get Salah and Mane in? I've got KDB, Mahrez, Martial, Fernandes and Rashford already. If you are deciding half hour, 45 minutes before the deadline, whether you want to use your free hit or not, you shouldn't be using it. That's a decision that should be made far earlier with clarity. Ian McAllister, Pogba. Yeah, he's a guy, isn't he? Tommy Moody, hi James. Should I start Traore this week? He was on the bench instead. Come on, I need some context. If you're just saying, should I start him? Yeah, start him. Azzy, Justin is looking a dead pick. He might be, but could return today. I like Palace as a fixture, right, for defensive players. FPL Lucker. Morning, mate. Would you start Doherty or Richie? I would never leave the Doc on the bench. I've been burnt on that before. So saying I've never is from experience of, I also don't think it's assured that Matt Ritchie gets back in the Newcastle team, actually. I don't think that's a certainty. So that's an easy one, really, for me. Perla's Pen, morning, James. No questions for me. Just good luck for the game week. I'm locked. Good luck, pal. Tommy Moody, is the sales going to start? Don't know. He's doubtful, but I'll just phone Steve Bruce and find out for you, mate. Zaris, what do you think? What's the bag from Wolves or one from Wolves and Doan from Newcastle? Greetings from Greece. You're a legend. Greetings from Greece. I don't really know what to say with the question, Zaris. I'm really sorry. I don't understand it, I'm afraid. Sorry. Yusuf Osman, what you think of my team? I'm not covering teams, mate, but I'm sure it's great. Andrew Martin, good morning. Exciting day ahead. I'm getting slaughtered for benching KDB. Should I start him? Andy, I ain't going to tell you how to play, mate. Play it your way. Alexander Barker, help. Who'd start? Ori or Richarlison? Richarlison. Charlie B, get in, Constant. Planet FPL. Bang. FPL Triggy, same morning. FPL Marking Kyoto. Morning, James. DCL. And Guendouzi to Greenwood and Pulisic, worth it for a -4. Well, if you've just got the good bench cover, I would probably go DCL to Greenwood and come back for the other one if you've got the good coverage. But if you believe in that, I don't hate that for a -4. Actually, you'd be very surprised if Pulisic didn't start tonight. Yeah, go for it. I'm not against that. Rory Scott on wildcard. Rashford v. Oh, Jesus. Last minute wildcard decisions are the fucking worst. Rashford, VVD and Bolly, or Jimenez, Maguire and Bolly. It doesn't even matter about Bolly, does it? So it's Jimenez and Maguire or Rashford and VVD. I bet one of them was meant to be Doherty and you fucked it up. Looking at the pricing, I reckon it's Jimenez, Maguire and Doherty. I reckon. In which case, the choice would be Jimenez, Maguire and Doherty. There you go. I'm answering questions for you that are incorrect. Rhino's leads. Sterling to Salah captain for -4. If you like it, mate. I don't hate it. If you're taking a -4 because that's the player you really want for captaincy, I'm not going to tell anyone no for that. Frank Sherman, who'd start? Taylor versus Sheffield United or Fernandes versus West Ham? Taylor versus Sheffield United. Trust in Burnley. Sheffield United could win that about 4-3 tomorrow. Bruce, anyone else worried about starting Richie will be stuck with 10 if he doesn't play? I mean, he'll probably get minutes either way because he is fit. So you'll have 11. Tommy Moody is a Man United defender, a must-have. Nothing in this game at this stage of the season is must-have. Hate it. Tired of that word essential and all that. Must-have. You must have this player and you must have that. We've all got our opinions. I've got, for example, I believe that Trent is a must, personally. There's plenty of other people, you only have to look at his ownership numbers, that don't think he's a must. So nobody's really a must, are they? Lord of the Stings. Yes. Archie. Martial a better captain than Fernandes? No. Azzy. If Palace go down a goal, I never fancied them to get back into it. Yeah, kind of true. Joe Murphy starts Saiz or Justin did that one very similar before. Saiz. Tim Lum saying Saiz or Bulldog. That's a tougher one. No, it's not. Saiz. Tom Alley. Start Saka on Ketcher this week. Saka will definitely play for Arsenal. I would have thought. I couldn't tell you where positionally. So there's always a little bit of a gamble with that in terms of you don't know if he's going to play left or right centrally or left back. He shouldn't play left back with the players they've got fit again now. So Saka, yeah. Avis, hi James. It's the anniversary game for Lampard tomorrow. 1 year since he joined. Hoping players will be up for it. Mount should be sure start until the season end. I mean, you can hope that, mate. But didn't look like they give a toss the way they defended the other night, mate. Mount's going to be in and out. Mount, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek. Got Hudson-Odoi to come back soon, I think. So, staying off it. I think Pulisic is the one if you want to go into Chelsea at that value. Ian McAllister gone for free. 4 cheapest players on the bench. Is Laporte risk this week? Laporte's a risk every week, Ian. Vignesh tempted to captain Rashford. Crack on, mate. Sarosha and bring in Mahrez or Bruno for this game week. Have KDB and Rashford already. Oh, I made a fucking coffee and I forgot all about it. What was the question? Suresh, bring in Mahrez for Bruno this game week. Have Katie. Why do you want to get rid of Bruno? Are we all really believe in this stuff? Oh my God. I'll tell you what. Go and do some, leave the stream. Go and do some digging on Google and find out where the source of the story came from. Off you go. Matthew Clark, because Chris Jargo, exactly what I've just said. Matthew Clark, morning, James. Don't know whether to stick with Richie for one more week or bench for Holgate. I've got Antonio, but confident Richie can return if involved. I'd probably take the chance on Richie, actually, Matthew. Azzy, have you noticed the way Spurs play differently away rather than at home? I sold Son / Mount for Pulisic Mahrez. Yeah, there is a strong difference, Azzy, because at home we're shit and away we're fucking shitter. Vishwajit Sawan, budget goalkeeper, have Martinez. Who between Fabianski, Foster, Kepa, Patricio? If you got Martinez, Fabianski is the best rotation for him, in my opinion. Charlie Allsbrook, on my wild card, do you think Watford players are worth a punt for those 3 good games from next game week, despite awful form? But Ismail Assar's okay, mate. It's fine. I wouldn't look much beyond that. Kiko Femenia is potentially a bench option. If you've still got your bench boost, that's going to force you really into playing it, either in game week 34 or 35. Paul Coleman saying, morning, mate, DCL or Ian Nash show, DCL. Destination FPL Salah, but we've done captain 5 minutes in. Anybody wants captain, go back to 5 minutes from the start. I want to try and fly through these to get as many of you covered as possible. Brendan01, hi James, not sure about the bench order. Gone for and catches Saiz Takuri, taking the chance of starting Brandon Williams. That's bold. At that point, I wouldn't be worried about what's on your bench. I would stick probably Saiz first out of that. And I'd probably go and catch you last. FPL Twiggy, you've probably covered it. Skip question if you have captain yet. Skipping. Thank you, mate. No problems. Zaris, sorry, something happened on the keyboard. 2 at the back from Wolves or 1 from Wolves and 1 from Newcastle. You are a legend. Greeks support you. I support Greeks, mate, unless they're playing England. I'm still not sure how to answer it, though, in terms of you want a double up from Wolves or 1 from Wolves and 1 from Newcastle. My opinion is begin to get in the mindset of viewing Newcastle United differently in terms of how they're playing. And therefore, I don't particularly think they're an attractive option. Therefore, I would say double Wolves. Yusuf, Pulisic captain. Yeah, if you've got none of them players are listed 5 minutes into the video. Vignesh, hi James, thoughts on Captain Rashford? It's all right if you like it. Paul Coleman, how many Derby players do you have for chat, man? I've gone with 2, mate. Deadline's at 11. It's too late now, but yeah, I've done it. I've bench boosted as well, Paulman. Don't worry, I'm sorted. Amon Mohammed, hi dude. When is the best time to play the free hit chip? It's completely dependent on what's in your team. I can't answer that. My personal, for me, is game week 38, but that's because of Chelsea playing Wolves and Leicester playing Manchester United, and I can move away from them to the 1 game week and target others. Tom Alley, next week, Saka and Martinez out for Fabianski and Foden for a -4. Good move. Or just do one of those for a free transfer. If just one of them, which one? Saka to Foden. But it's worth saying, just as a reminder, Tom, I just kind of answered one of the previous questions. Fabianski and Martinez is a good rotator. So West Ham now have good fixtures. They have Manchester United in game week 37, which is when Arsenal play Aston Villa. So it's a good little rotation to keep Martinez in. You can use him in game week 37 should you want to. Game week 38, you could probably make a choice between the 2. Basketball, Lewis, Egan, Lascelles, McBurney, Aubameyang or Bolly. Too much shit going on there, mate. But McBurney is never going to be an FPL asset, mate. FPL panic, Keller or Seaman in goal? I know what you're saying, mate. Seaman. Unfortunately. But the deadline's gone, mate. That's for a different game. It's based on a virtual game, okay? Destination FPL. Hello, James. Not doing captain, mate. 5 minutes into the video for captain. Klopp White. Is Jesus worth bringing in, taking into account he has had poor returns since the restart? On the bright side, he will now get a good run in the team. you assume he'll get a good run in the team. I mean, this is what happens with the community, right? Jesus has a couple of bad games. Don't particularly like scoring. Psh, take him out. Look at them fixtures. He can go mental. I'm not ruling him out from what I do in my future plans at all as it stands. Particularly now I haven't got Mahrez. So yeah, I've got my eyes on it potentially. I think he offers a decent captain alternative in later game weeks if you've got the confidence that he's going to play. Bogdan says, how can't you understand, mate? You are outsourced, James. We are you. I can't remember what that refers to, Bogdan, so apologies, mate. Florian Meister, morning, James. I want to get rid of Son, DCL, and Guendouzi. One of my two FTs is definitely Son. Mahrez, since KDB is my only City player. Should I bank the second FT, get Foden to, or downgrade DCL? If you're indecisive, bank, mate. Bogdan about Bruno. It's horseshit, mate. Mikey Moles, really like your team, mate. No questions. Good luck. Thanks, Mikey. Chris Jargo. Yeah, cheers. Berry I. Tykesland, play trade. Put it this way, right? The story leaked 12 hours ago or so. 15, 16 hours ago. If it was fucking true, don't you think everybody else would be saying it's true by now? Again, if it proves to be correct and Traore and Pogba have fallen into each other on a collision on the training pitch and Andreas Pereira has tried to leak a story, I mean, come on. Seriously, screw on. Just think about it. Stop. Lee Jackson, morning boss. Grealish captain is fine, mate. I know that you're taking the piss there, Lee. Barrett, play Traore or Conley. Traore. Destination, we've done captain. Yusuf Ibrahim, Pulisic captain, had similar. Yeah, if you like it. Good morning. Sujan Shah is in the chat. Morning, James. Should I play Traore or Saka? Says Megazos. Traore. Sush says, dilemmas. My heart wants to go Martial captain. My head captain, what? What a star you are, mate. I know that you're going to go for Fernandes. So I don't know what you're sitting there asking a question for. Avis, all people want to take out KD. Remember that he's just 3 assists away from breaking the assist record. I feel Pep would definitely give him all the opportunity till season end. Listen, Avis, he might break that record before game week 34, mate. Wicked Vickers, Pulisic or William Pulisic for me. Ahmed says Son to Pulisic 3 or Son to Mo -4 and capping. Cap Salah. If Salah's going to influence you in terms of it's going to change your captain, do it. Kieran McCormack, cheers, James. Kept Bruno as my triple captain with Mane as vice, just in case. Good luck. Rob Pick, the Son to Mahrez move feels like it's worth about -2.5 going for it. I ignored you last week about holding in, so I'm sure you've got it right. Listen, it's just opinions, my friend. Tom D, DCL, Martial to Greenwood and Mahrez. Want to lose DCL, but already got 3 Man United. Greenwood's the only acceptable Man United sideward step. If it gives you Mahrez, I think it's an okay play. But just bear in mind, Martial could well go off today. We were about 14 minutes to the deadline, guys. At this point, there's every chance if you ask a question, I might not get you covered. Make sure your teams are set. FPL Panic, who would you put more faith in for the rest of the season? Pulisic or Ings? George Jurich, aka Spider-Pig87. Hello. Hi, James. Who took captain 5 minutes into the video? If you've got captain questions, I ain't read them out yet. Do me a favour and please delete them and stop with denying other people. Stuart Bill, you could put a graphic up of your top 5 captains for the game week, then people might start asking about them. Stuart, that's a great idea. Unfortunately, we didn't have time this week. It's something that I might get up for Tuesday, actually. Yes, it's a good shout. Sid says, gonna be a mental game week, folks. I'll worry about you. Many people end up with 8-9 starters and the captaincy will be all over the place. Keep your nerve. Chatting rubbish, Suj. Chatting rubbish, mate. We're not going to end up with 8-9 starters. Ace Adventura, Pope versus Henderson this week. Own both. Is that 50-50 or does one have an edge? That is up to your personal preference. That is so close to call because we're all sitting here right now and thinking it's 0-0. If what I would say is, it's just a slight one. If Burnley win 1-0 as opposed to Sheffield United win 1-0, I suspect Pope has got a slightly bigger chance of hitting top bonus. That's it. Aratrava, good luck in champ, man. FPL. Basketball Lewis, who should start in my team out? Lascelles, Egan, McBurney, Aubameyang, or Bolly? You already asked that once already, mate. You got 5 players there. Stick Egan in your team. It's good for a clean sheet this week. But if you've got Aubameyang should play. I'm not quite sure what the question is, mate. Right. Now I'm going to start skipping through these and picking good ones of stuff that I haven't covered. There you go. The one and only Smith. Who would be your top 3 picks on wildcard now from each of the Manchester clubs? KDB, Mahrez, Foden, Fernandes, Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood. Definitely Greenwood. I didn't even mean to hesitate there. Ian, bad times. Pete Haley took an 8-point hit for Mahrez and got rid of Son. Hope that don't bite me, but now many hits. Are you willing to take between now and the end of the season? I don't think like that, Pete, in terms of how many hits I'm willing to take. I'll take hits when I need to take hits. Don't think like that. Ian McCass has got 3 double game week players on the bench. Ian, that's gone, mate. Forget Champ Man for another 40 minutes or so, please, mate. Donny, go backwards. You probably heard what I'm saying. Anas, what do you think about triple captain for Salah? I think it's probably as good as opportunity as what you've got left, so don't mind that. Chris, would you play Bolly this week? He's currently benched for Lamptey, assuming early team news and DCL. Yeah, play Bolly, mate. It's so much better with him. He's a major reason why they've started improving defensively. Go back. It's him that comes back into the team against Manchester United in January. Craig Fleming, 2 from 3 to start. Richie, Ings, Foden. Bad feeling Richie could be come for 1 point, which might block Foden or Ings. Good returns. Definitely Danny Ings for me, even though I'm leaving him out of those 3. And I'd go Foden because most capability of doing something from the bench. That's where I'd be at with that. Destination FPL, if you ask about captain one more time, you get muted, pal. Nejdez, if you don't know who your triple captain at this stage, you shouldn't be using the triple captain, so I ain't answering that. Matthew Hall, Mane to Salah for free as a shield. Do you think Salah's a better option than Mane? I don't like. I'm not big on sideways moves. DJ Music Case 8, James, you think KDB is starting this game week? Probably yes, actually. Yeah. James, play Foden or Charlie Taylor? That's a tough one. I'd go Charlie Taylor. FPL Panda, I'll speak to you later, mate. We're not doing the chat man stuff now. This is close to deadline, my friend. The one known Smith, who are some differential sub 10% ownership players you'd pick if playing catch up in your mini league? Mahrez, Son. I don't know the live ownership. I know overall they're kind of around about that level. Calvert-Lewin, Jesus, great actually. Good morning, Ricky Saunders. Can't you Spurs? S. Ross and hello, James. On a wild card, I'm wondering Doherty and Pulisic on Mahrez or Saiz. I like the upside of Doherty. Go that way. Basketball Lewis, which 2 should I bench out of Aubameyang? Mate, you're another one that's about to get muted. Same question over and over again. Which 2 should I bench out of Aubameyang, Egan, Lascelles, Bolly? Right, you should never be benching Aubameyang, mate, even if they're playing Liverpool or Man City. And therefore, bench Bolly, right? Play Egan. You'll feel better about it. Best City player for my back 7 taking value into account, says Zane FX. I think Laporte. Genuinely, it's the one I've got. Arif Echo, hi James. If I decide to captain TA, am I mad? Am I mad? Danny Waz, played DCL or Aurea. DCL, Danny Greenhill, Kane or no Kane for 2 more game weeks. You have not got him, David. Do not buy. I mean, very, very clear. You won't need to ask me that next week either, even before Bournemouth. If you do not own Tottenham players, do not buy Tottenham players. Simple as that. Frodo, good day all. Time to get Sander Berg after his goal and assist. Yeah, very good, mate. The answer is no. Jagrit, Jesus in for Rashford. No, I'm not going to read out your names. I'm going to try and fly through these for a couple of minutes. So apologies. I just want to get you the physical questions covered. Captain, we've done. Charlie Taylor over Aurea for me. Worry about next week after next week, Elliot. Next week after this week. Galrag says Foden or Connolly. A team league might be handy for that. Noosh, Morpay versus Norwich. Yeah, hopefully you get a team. Nicky Kazam, watch Mahrez get benched after all this. Yeah, exactly. Johnny Cook, Kane ain't even worth buying. Never mind taking hits for, mate. Phil B, start Bolly. Aritravo, don't buy a Spurs player. Don't jump from one to the other, mate. There you go, Rory. Got that right earlier. It was Doherty, wasn't it? Will Bill, I'd go Greenwood over Foden. Why have so many of you got Aurea? Kyle, play Calvert-Lewin over Conley. Unless you see Conley physically in that team, that would be my opinion. Asher, don't leave Doherty out, mate. It's a very simple one. Josh Rawlins saying, any early team news yet? There could be, but I'm trying to get through your questions. Abiati, bench Ings for Taylor. No, that's one too far, I think. But I'd start Danny Ings out of that. Pete Haley, I'd start Calvert-Lewin over Foden. Hayden, if you're thinking about triple captain now, you're thinking about it too late. In my opinion, don't do it. Merrin, I bought Greenwood for DCL, so that's a very easy one in my opinion. Panic saying Rockstar tweet alert. Okay, all good. That's the point where I go, okay, let's see what the man's doing. Okay, Cantwell and Pookie both benched for Norwich. Hernandez, Dermich, Duda all start for the Canaries. Morpay, Connolly, Lamptey, Trossard all start for the Seagulls. That's in the last 20 seconds or so from FPL Rockstar. And I trust him 100%. He's never been wrong before. So to clarify that Norwich-Brighton team news, if you've got Cantwell, Pookie, they have been benched. I suggest you do the same. Hernandez, Dermich, Duda all start for Norwich. Morpay, Connolly, Lamptey and Trossard are all in the starting Brighton team. Cool. Jerry Millin, Abraham and Ketcher. And Ketcher, man, Jesus. Chris Sharko, you're a funny kind of guy. Mourinho destroyed himself long time ago, mate. The one and only Smith Rockstar's guitar is going off again. Shame it's Brighton Norwich. And as I said earlier, right towards the start of this stream, Norwich go first in all the upcoming game weeks. That's all you are going to get in the coming weeks. Is Norwich versus Watford. You'll get Palace Chelsea on Tuesday as well, in fairness. Norwich versus West Ham. Norwich versus Chelsea. And Norwich versus Burnley. That's all you're going to get between now and game week 38 is one Chelsea link. That's it, basically. Claudia, pick one to play out of Ings, Harvey Barnes or Bolly. Ings. Chris, you was shitting myself about Mahrez this week, but had already taken a -4. Don't shit yourself, Chris. Believe in what you've done, mate. Grant says play Foden or Saiz. That's quite a tough one. I'd go with the upside of Foden, I think. Jug, Martial or Bruno, captain. Jug, go back to minute 5 of the video. Vishwajit Sawant, should I take a punt on Origi? No. Cole Newton, DCL or Conley. You now know Conley's playing. That choice is up to you. I would still go DCL, I think. FPL Badger saying, Ida, is it Ida? Young boy, he's quite a tall lad, isn't he, Mark? He should be playing over Dermich. Yeah, he's not up to much, mate. Ghost Heights, potentially Bruno or Pogba injury. No, my God. Someone said to me yesterday, he said, your next pod, James, is going to be called Bruno Gate, isn't it? Do you know what? For those leaving on the bench, I hope he goes mental. Really, really do. JC, I thought last 3 game weeks were all same time. JC, all the fixtures for game weeks 36 and 37 and the times they are taking place are available now on the official Premier League website. Everybody had them, mate, about 18 hours ago. Ace Adventura, like your style. Transfers confirmed, team locked in. Good. Josh Rawlins, get Morpay or Conley. Oh, is this a 1 week punt? Morpay. Bloody hell. Why so late? The one and only Smith, top man as always, James. Best of luck. All Frodo's laughing. William Jones. I know you've mentioned this already, James, but Trent or Bruno for captain. Sorry if this is frustrating. Yeah, minute 5, mate. I'm on Trent. Doesn't mean you should be. Jared Sanchez, James, best of luck. Kushago, believe in the mirror, take a hit to move out Bruno. Average Shire saying, good luck, mate. Team locked in Mane, captain. Good luck. Kevin Maher, Giroud or Abraham. Find a different fucking solution, Kev. Kaleshi bin Ahmed says, Bruno triple captain. He's not bothered about the rumours, nor should he be. If that's what you believe, mate, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, the time is now 11:30 a.m. Good luck all. Before I go, I'll give you confirmation of those 2 teams from Norwich and Brighton. As soon as they are in. All right, no Norwich team as yet. Okay, Brighton team. Rockstar on the money, of course. It's a back 4 for Brighton. Ryan in goal, Lamptey right back, Dunk, importantly, Webster is back at centre-half. That's very important for the way they play. Burn at left back. Bissouma, Moy and Proper in midfield. Conley, Morpay, Trossard. There's 2 different ways they can set up there. They've set it up on the tweets as a suggested 4-3-3. But that could also be a 4-2-2, which is how they wanted to start the second half against Manchester United. And I think it's the best system for them, which is to have Trossard and Moy floating about in holes, actually. So one to watch. Brighton are always interesting to watch tactically, and I actually think this will be a good game. Their bench is Button, Montoya, Duffy, Bernardo, Stevens, Gross, March, McAllister, and Murray. And I'll just get the Norwich team, which, I mean, it's staggering that he's left Pookie and Cantwell out together again, like he did against Everton. Tim Close is back from suspension. They are Crawl in goal, back 4. Aaron's Godfrey, Close, Lewis, which is the strongest available. Alex Tetty's captain moves back into midfield with Kenny McLean. The 3 behind Dermich are Buendia, Duda, and Hernandez. Should mean Hernandez hugging the left touchline. So he'll give Lamptey quite a challenge today, actually, because he's inconsistent, but he's quite lively. On the bench, McGovern, Rupp, Vrancic, Cantwell, Steeperman, Tribal, Pookie, Adia, and Martin. That'll do. Thanks very much, guys. If you enjoyed the last 50 minutes or so, give the video a stream. I'll have to speak to FPL Captain when I see if I can get something put up for my team and best top 20 captain picks or something ridiculous. It has to be said that this week and last game week have been quite refreshing in terms of the uncertainty of people in and around captain, rather than everybody just going, you got to put it on Salah or whatever. Even though Liverpool have that amazing fixture, it seems to be good variations of what I've seen. And that's really good for FPL, actually, that we're getting variation in terms of people's opinions and thoughts and their likely transfers. There's a common theme of something that I've seen through this chat, particularly today, is that Riyad Mahrez is very, very popular. I think a lot of people have gone in on this week. His ownership should take quite a jump. It's a transfer I'm going to make, but I couldn't justify the -4. personally. I am going to be Pope in goal, back five of Trent, Robertson, Doherty, Laporte, and Harry Maguire. Midfield three of KDB, Bruno Fernandes, Heung-min Son. Up front, Mason Greenwood and Raul Jimenez. My captain is Trent. My vice captain is Bruno. My first sub is Danny Ings. Second sub is Adama Traore. Third sub is Saka. My sub goalkeeper is Martinez. That's me. For those who are coming back for Champ Man, give me half hour or so. And then I'll be back. We'll get the stream set up for Champ Man Live. It's going to be a big game week for that. For the FPL guys, thanks very much. Thanks for all the interaction on the chat. Really, really good. Good fun. Enjoy this a lot. I'll be back again Tuesday, 4 o'clock, I guess, would be the plan. I'd assume 6 o'clock must be the first kickoff Tuesday. So 4 o'clock Tuesday, we'll do this again. Have a great weekend, everyone. Hope your arrows are green. Good luck. Ciao for now.